Welcome to the Battle of Mansfield, and I'm starting with the official battle report. I have a plan, and noticed how I have lieutenant colonels making it to major general. Pretty cool, huh? Yep, that's my plan. My plan is to grind a ton of experience for 10 units that are almost all of them are completely raw recruits. So yeah, look at all these promotions. So two-star generals become three-star generals. That's with my artillery. Bunch of colonels become brigadier generals, but all those lieutenant colonels that became one-star and two-star generals. It's pretty cool. Almost everyone, I think maybe every unit got a promotion. I'm not sure, but it's pretty close. And even I think those two captains are commanders of the supply wagons. They became majors. I don't know what's up with that, but okay, that's pretty cool. So I wanted to show you that the whole point was to grind a ton of XP, and turning lieutenant colonels into two-star generals that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the army. And I made a decision about how I was going to build this that I knew was going to drive my losses up. I have, of course, three-star generals that can get some experience. And these are in first and second division are just regular infantry units. My best two stars in the army was 61s. And I'm bringing two snipers and two artillery. And then after that, though, I'm bringing, you'll notice, one stars. So if you want to have fewer losses in the battle, bring more artillery. You can see Panda Crowd or High Bob. And you bring more artillery, you bring more snipers, and you will absolutely lower your losses. But my goal wasn't the fewest number of losses. My goal was the max amount of XP. So this unit is 8394 morale and stamina, and this unit is 25 and 34. And notice how the lieutenant colonels are not high enough rank to avoid a penalty to efficiency. That's okay, because it's not about that. I'm going to take the penalty to efficiency. It's about grinding XP for the unit and turning these guys into higher level officers. In this case, they all become brigadier generals and major generals. So yeah, about 10 units are going to grind a ton of XP. And the reason is because Mansfield has no time limit. So we're going to get 100,000, 8,300 men, and some rep. I'm bringing 52. The enemy has 31. Yeah, the hard part is bringing these guys in and having them not walk over top of each other. Right away we get into combat, and I take like 200 casualties right away. His sniper is over 500. His men are armed with scoped Whitworths. His cav has Spencer carbines, and his infantry has 63s. And of course, all three-star units. So over here I have my two snipers getting started. So my goal is just to walk through the woods and come out the other side. It ends up being a fight. So if you're lucky, the enemy will be kind of attracted to what's going on in the south, and the north will be fairly left alone. But that doesn't work out for me here. The enemy, well, you'll see. And it drives up my losses. His cav does weird stuff, as cav sometimes does. I detach skirmishers in the south and go after his artillery that he's moved forward. So we're going to kill him. That's very nice. You'll notice he has now 3 units blocking me in the north, which you can see here, 2 cav and a skirmisher unit. I think the skirmisher unit is still alive. But it had been much better if he'd stayed in the south. Now I'm going to have a hard time running him down. Yeah, I think I might actually kill that skirmisher unit. That's a good thing. Unfortunately, you see his 1 cav unit heads back toward the flag. Yeah, all this creates, is not optimal. But you don't have any control what the AI is going to do. So he's going to try to go into the corner and then maybe get behind my army. If you can kill them in the open, it's much better for you. But it's not going to work out that way. Because he fought me in the woods, I'm not able to get through the woods fast. And yeah, and stuff like that just happens. I mean, it's just random luck. So we're going to go with plan B. My reinforcements just came in. And my intent is to have them actually fight. Even though they're 1-star units, my intent is to have them fight. Of course, have them also walk a lot too. They're going to walk for a night, an entire day, another night, and part of the next day. So an enormous amount of walking to get stamina and morale to 100. Now his skirmisher unit just shattered. Now the thing about this cav in the corner, these guys have Spencer carbines. You can't let them recover. If they do recover, you're going to suffer because they're going to fire into you really fast. So you have to keep your units firing, and I have to hit pause, make sure my units are firing. This goes very well. I have finally visibility on one of his artillery in the woods, and I have 2 artillery units, and they're working on him. I'm taking losses, though. He's firing at my infantry that he can see in the woods and in the north, and he's targeting my 1 infantry unit, my 1 2-star. So if you bring 4 artillery, you will take a lot fewer losses. So this is going really well. Pretty happy with this. I have 2 infantry to the north, beating up on his cav. He keeps wanting to drift north with the guys that I killed against, his reinforcements. So trying to keep everybody firing. It's a game. Yeah, because your guys don't want to fire at people who are routing. So I've pulled my 2 snipers up. Okay, I decide, all right, we can let these guys just go to the corner and get shot up by my guys who are, just harvesting kills in the corner. So we can let that happen. If he wants to go, I'll let him go. Yeah, in this part of the battle, I want to just harvest kills. I want the XP for my army, and I only want to get the captures when I've shot the units down to the point where they're about to shatter. So rather get the kills than the captures, and the captures rather than the shatter. But yeah, I want to harvest as much XP as I can in this battle, and that means kills. So yeah, it's taking my 2 artillery units a long time to kill his artillery. Again, if you want to keep your losses down, bring more snipers and more artillery. Okay, now his next batch come in, and all we have to do is just make sure we're hitting these guys. They'll rout, and I'm perfectly willing to let them rout into the corner. That's perfectly fine. Now my intention is, it's 1800 now. My intention is, I'm creating a door for them. He can go into the corner. Is to kill spot his artillery, wipe out his artillery, and then just walk through the night. Well, have my units run through the night. But I can't find his last artillery unit. It's in one of those hidden spots that's impossible, or was impossible for me to find. I just couldn't find it. So yeah, this is all going really well. I think I'm going to start giving some consideration to just machine gunning skirmishers at this, when you get routed units in the corner. It's just a really weird mechanic where your units won't fire at his units while they're routing, and then they recover and they put a volley into you. Not a solid volley, but they put a shot into you. Um, yeah, I don't know. The more I think about that, once you have a pile of them in the corner, they should just surrender. So I'm just thinking about ways to expedite that. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm looking for his artillery. I'm checking the bar. I know he has artillery. There's an artillery unit in those woods, and I can't see it. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll wipe these guys out in the corner. That's pretty academic. And then all I have to do is find his artillery and kill it. And it's occurring to me, I'm just not seeing it. So I decide to go ahead and push in until I can see. And a lot of these are one-star units. And the thing I learn in this is my one-star infantry can crush his three-star infantry, particularly when I outnumber him. I don't need three-star infantry at Washington. I don't need two-star infantry at Washington. There's my only wounded officer of the battle. Okay, I'm looking at his cav unit. That's good. That means, yeah, I don't want to end the battle. So if I wipe all these guys out, his cav unit escaping is actually a guarantee that the battle won't be over. But I need to make sure that he takes this back within 40 minutes. See, I just took the flag. But I see his artillery. It's visible. So I have to kill it. I'm totally committed to killing his artillery. And I'm going to take, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to take 1,000 losses. So I think I lost some video there, or I cut it out. But I just pushed in with everybody, killed his artillery. He has only a couple of units. Well, he has, you can see the blue bar. I guess it's about 5,000. The guys up in the upper corner got shot to pieces, and a few surrendered. Yeah, I lost some video there for some reason. Yeah, there's his cav getting shot up. That's good. And then I have everybody run away. And fortunately, he did retake the flag. I didn't drive him out of there. I just pushed in enough to kill his artillery and then pulled back. Then had everybody run away. He didn't put any shots into me as I escaped. And now I'm getting ready for the nighttime of running. So what I have is, yeah, you can see the blue bar to the red bar. Yeah, I think he has about 5,000 left. I didn't really want to go in and do all that fighting before the end of the... Here I'm just getting easy kills. I'm in cover. He's in the open. Yeah, this is just free kills. I certainly didn't want to lose the 1,000 men in that exercise, but it was illuminating that a bunch of one-star infantry can attack guys in the woods and just tear them up. Just absolutely tear them up. And yeah, he's all 3-star, all 63s, and that was a really one-sided fight. I was surprised how easy it was. And all you have to do is outnumber them and just mass fire on whoever you want to rout, and it's good. So what I have is I have 3rd and 4th divisions, and 3rd division has 2 artillery in it. What I end up doing is I end up just having... The artillery is going to fire for right now, which is fine, but soon it's going to be dark and won't be able to see the enemy at all. So at that point, I'm going to just move like back and forth across the map. You see on the left side of the map, I'm just moving back and forth. And it'll be by division. So all I'm going to do is click on third division, the little tab on the bottom of the screen, third division, just click on it and draw a place I want them to go to on the map, and then click on fourth division and have it do the same on the other side of the map. So these guys are just going to run back and forth. Okay, here it is 1 a.m. and I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm not doing one unit, I'm doing like clicking on the whole division and just have them run, and my artillery is now running too. And now it's 8 a.m. and they've been running all night. The next day they will fight. These guys are going to run through the day, and there's going to be a little bit of activity. I do put my artillery back on the line during the day to fire, so I have to highlight my 4 units in 3rd Division like that, and have them move to the other side of the map. I'm just having them run back and forth. 4th Division, I can just give it division orders. He has some guys run forward every once in a while and get shot up, and that's fine. Easy kills, free XP. There's not much of a chance of wiping them out, although, you know, my artillery, if it can see a unit, it'll kill it. And then 8 o'clock on the 10th, 8 a.m., everybody has been running for 36 hours, I think, and there's very little left. My artillery's just been blasting at people, my snipers, and this is all that there is. There's just these guys left. And there we go. Okay, he lost 26,600. I captured 6,800. I lost 2,300. Again, my losses were higher because of all that melee in the woods and nonsense I had to do, and I didn't bring snipers and enough artillery, but still 11-1, so I was really happy. I was really, really happy with this. Infantry did well, 1,300 for the artillery, 1,000, 900, 700, 600, and then we get into pretty much the 1-stars. The snipers, one did like 1,000, the other one didn't do very much, 378, but I guess he did spotting. Yeah, these guys were just the 1-stars who came in to fight a little bit, but they spent most of their time running. So they did what they needed to do. So, yeah, here we go. Lieutenant Colonel to Major General. Like, I couldn't believe that when I saw it. To Major General. That's amazing. And then I noticed, well, wait a minute, that didn't just happen once. That happened several times. Brigadier General, Brigadier, Major General, Major General, Major General. So that's 4. And then as we scroll down, yeah, there's a 2-star to 3-star. Were my artillery officers. These guys were my 2-star infantry. They all became brigadier generals. I should have had those guys run too. I mean, they're already at 100, but yeah, I found out that stamina gets to 100 way before morale, and I got everybody to 100 in both. So that was really good. Yeah, I put colonels in all of my 2-star infantry. My 2-star infantry had 61s. My 1-stars had CS Richmonds. And I'm trying to think, yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm going, who were my captains? And then I figure it out. Oh, yeah, those are the the supply wagon. So he had 63s and 20-pound Parrots, 10-pound Parrots, Spencer carbines, 24-pound howitzers, Whitworths, scoped Whitworths, Spencer carbines. Yeah. So, yeah, if I'd been able to spot his artillery, That last artillery unit, I would have taken 1,000 fewer losses. But if you want to see very low losses, check out High Bob and Pandakraut. They both pull this off with very few, very few losses. But you can easily get out of this battle with losing only 2,000 or 1,500, or you watch High Bob. I think he gets like 600. But if you want fewer losses, bring more artillery. So these guys went up quite a bit. Each one of them went up about 8 in efficiency, the 2-star units, because of all the kills they got. So they went up quite a bit in experience. These guys, look at this. Look at this. They went up, I think they were like 24. He's 30 efficiency. So these guys started, I think they were about 75 efficiency, pretty good firearms, but now they're really good. Those aren't my best artillery units. I just plopped 20-pound parrots in there to grind them up. Yeah, all these guys are 100. And if I put a raw recruit in there, it'll show solid bar. So they walked more than they needed to get to 100 in each. And the good news for me is I have 67,000 2-star infantry, about 60,000 3-star infantry. My point is I can blend these 10 units, my worst 10 units here now, into my manpower pool, and I have all 2-star infantry, no 1-star. So huge buff to the army. And I think it is 17. I need 17 more colonels, and then all of my officers will be colonels or better for Washington. I don't know if I'll be able to get that, but something to work toward. I should have run these guys too. I should have gone another day and run these guys. So yeah, and even this, well, I don't know if running, like, if you run these guys, I don't think you get anything out of it. 51 melee, really good. I have 2 units here who can make it to their 3rd star. If I put a lieutenant general in there, but I don't think they're good enough to blend into my 3rd. I mean, they are good enough that they could blend into my 3rd star pile, but I like these guys to be about over 60. So, I mean, it sounds like a simple thing, but I don't want them to really pull down. Well, I'm not going to blend them in now. I'm going to keep them in the 2-star pool. Maybe put a really good 3-star general in the unit just to give them their 3rd perk, but have them fight and grind up their XP even some more. So yeah, I could put Lee and Jackson, some other general in there just for the next battle. Yeah, they need to have an efficiency of about 60 before I start to really think about merging them into the 3-star pool. So I have about 60,000 3-star infantry, 67,000 now 2-star infantry, about 20,000 support units, all 3-star. So quite an army. Okay, he got 25,000 men. Okay, something about supply. I don't know. I think training and armory went up, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they're about the same. 66, 69. I think that's about the same. But it means all 3 stars all the best weapons, which is good. He's down to 49 for the army. He's coming in with 25. Okay. So I have 160,000 men and efficiency 49. Interesting, morale and stamina of 100. That's really interesting. That tells me that there's some kind of carryover, that your units actually have more than 100 when they're really good. And then you blend them in and it drives up the average. I don't know. Firearms 46. So I have 17 captains, 49 majors. Yeah, I bought maybe too many. 8 lieutenant colonels, 12 colonels, 43 brigadier generals, 49 major generals, and 24 lieutenant generals. So, yeah, and I'm showing you, here they all are. That's quite a bit. I need, like I said, about 17 more colonels or better. So 63s, I have 15,000, 61s, 27,000, CS Richmond's 30,000, Harper's Ferry's 89, 55s, I have 27,000. I'm going to buy 5,000 more. And Enfield's, I have 25,000. The game is going to give me, I think, 50,000 more men. And I have 200,000 good weapons. So yeah, I'm going to capture weapons. I mean, look at this. I have tons of these things. 2,700 Lamottes, 2,000 Spencer carbines. I'm just eager to get the rifle cav into the battle. The CSA needs more unit slots so I can bring more cool units to battles. Yeah, look at all the melee cav weapons. I can build more good units than I can put on the battlefield. I mean, that's kind of like the problem. 258 10-pound Parrots. I don't have any idea what I'm going to do with those. 120 24-pound howitzers. I can't bring them all to the battlefield. So this is an average unit if I just blend everybody in. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, a unit, if you had a whole army this good with those stats, you could probably fight the final battle and be fine. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. There was a lot of, 36 hours in game or whatever it was. It was a night, a day, and another night. That took some time. And it was pretty boring. But, play some music on the side and just have the units run back and forth by division. It's pretty easy. The time passes pretty quickly, and the payoff is enormous. This is a battle where you have infinite time. Sort of wish I'd taken more time, taken another day and run units even more, because I have a suspicion that it holds on to that XP in those attributes, and then when you merge it back into the manpower pool, it drives up the average even higher. I haven't tested that yet, but that's the only way I can see that my army has an average when I disband the entire army, that the manpower pool is 100 in morale and stamina. Anyway, hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you next time.